So look, I know for a fact you are an ambitious individual. You've got big goals and dreams. You don't want to settle for an average mediocre life just like most people do. You know you have potential and you want to bring it to light. Maybe you don't want to be stuck in a 9-to-5 job that you hate just to pay your bills and your taxes. Maybe you want to make your parents proud. Maybe you want to become financially free so you have enough time to focus on yourself. However, the issue is you're also a bit lazy. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you listen to me? My name is Fred and I'm an entrepreneur from a lower middle class background. I went from having only $400 to my name over 5 years ago to making upwards of $1,000 a day selling consulting and services online. Let me share a secret with you. Everyone procrastinates, even extremely successful people. Everybody has days where they just don't feel like getting out of bed, going to the gym or going to work. It's easy to look at successful people from the outside and to think, oh, they must have something I don't. I'll confess something. Over 5 years ago, I hit my lowest low. I only had $400 in my bank account and I was depressed beyond reason. I was lonely. I hated my life. I was also battling with anxiety, and because I was paralyzed by fear, I couldn't take action. Even though I wanted to become successful really bad, I also felt really lazy. I'd promised myself I'd get up the next day and be productive and work on my business, but instead, I would end up watching movies on streaming websites because at the time, I was so broke I didn't even have Netflix. But at that time of my life, I knew I wanted to become wealthy so I could be financially free, do the things I want, and also make my parents proud, be able to provide for my family. But I just didn't know how to become wealthy yet. It's not like I had someone to show me how it's done or to give me a proven step-by-step process to follow. I felt like success was just so out of reach, so much so that I would never actually obtain it. But then, after lots of hard work, so much sacrifice, so much struggle, I managed to transform myself into that kind of successful person I wanted to become like. Nowadays, I get up at 5, I crush an hour to an hour and a half of deep work before I go to the gym, and then I work all day until dinner, and I'm able to do that effortlessly nowadays. Whereas 5 years ago, I couldn't even focus for 15 minutes. So if you had met me then and told me this is what my life would be like right now, this is who I would be, this is what I'd be capable of, I wouldn't have believed you. In fact, I would have probably laughed in your face. The reason I'm telling you this is because what this experience taught me is that successful people don't have more willpower than everyday people. They're not necessarily smarter, more gifted, more talented. That's excuses we tell ourselves because we're afraid to start taking action. But successful people get tired too, they get lazy too. They don't feel like getting out of bed at 5 a.m. I'd much rather sleep in, I'm telling you that. I'd much rather go and watch Netflix. Successful people go to the bathroom and they take a shit like everybody else. When you stop putting success and wealth on a pedestal, you understand it could be yours too. Because you can't attract something if you desperately need it. It's like go and try to seduce someone you're into and you're all needy and desperate. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna run the hell away from you. You see? That's not attractive. Now, I don't think I'm teaching you anything new when I say that this world runs on money. If you have a lot of it, you will live a life of freedom and of abundance. You will be able to choose which options you want. You'll be able to take care of the people that you love, and you will never worry about anything money related. However, if you lack money, you won't have much control over your own life. That's the truth. You will have to work jobs that don't fulfill you just because you have to in order to survive. Which is why it's time you started to take your finances seriously. I've sometimes had to sleep in a basement infested with rats because back then it got so warm inside our house. During the summer it was terrible, and I've also slept in some of the best buildings in the world. And let me tell you, every single time I choose having rich people problems over having poor people problems. Money improves every aspect of your life. That's a fact. Now, I can't really go too in depth in this video, but if you want to discover how I went from struggling financially, only having $400 in my bank account over 5 years ago, to making upwards of $1,000 a day as a 21-year-old selling services and consulting online, I've recorded a free video in which I share with you everything step by step. That way, you can get started and literally just copy me. Or, if you're ready to build your business and to work with me and my team one-on-one, you can book a free call and we'll see if we can help you. All of the links will be in the description. Now, I genuinely believe that if you have a dream in your heart, it's for a reason. You may believe in a god, in the universe, or in nothing at all. But either way, you will notice that in this universe we live in, everything operates under the law of cause and effect. Nothing is a coincidence. When people say, oh, this happened because of luck, or oh, this is just a coincidence, it's not. The reason people say that is because they fail to see the link of cause and effect that created that event, but something led to it. It didn't just happen. So it's my personal belief that nothing is a coincidence. Have you ever met somebody for the first time and you feel as though you've known them for 1,000 years? How come that's possible? The fact that you stumbled upon this video today is no coincidence either. This video found its way to you to deliver a message. So if you have a dream in your heart, whether it's to make $10,000 per month online and to be financially free, whether it's to pay off your parents' debt, to travel all over the world, to buy anything you like and live a luxurious lifestyle, or maybe you want to go into into your dream university to become a doctor or a lawyer. Whatever it is that you want, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably going to be difficult. You're most likely going to face obstacles on the way to your goal. However, since you have that profound desire in your heart, it means that all the obstacles on your path, you can overcome them. Think of your life as though it were a movie. If you were to watch a movie and the main protagonist always gets what they want, with no struggle, with no effort, you wouldn't keep watching that movie. It'd be pretty boring. So why do you expect that in your life, you won't face any obstacles on the way to your goals? The obstacles, the challenges, the struggles are what make the victories so damn amazing. Now, the real reason why you can't stay disciplined, it's not because you're broken. It's not because something's wrong with you. It's not because you don't want it bad enough. That's bullshit. It's because you lack clarity. Over 5 years ago, the reason why I couldn't stay disciplined or be productive, the reason why I'd promised myself, oh, tomorrow I'm going to get stuff done, and then I would end up watching movies in the morning instead of working. The reason that happened was because I didn't know exactly what to do. I knew I wanted to become successful, build a profitable online business, but I didn't even know where to begin. So of course, when you lack clarity on what you need to do, on what are the next steps you need to take, then no wonder why you can't be disciplined. You can only be disciplined if you're following a clear, a proven step-by-step process that will give you what you want. The reason it took me 10 years, from the moment I was 11 and typed how to get rich on YouTube to the moment I had my first $1,000 day in sales as a 21-year-old, it's because I didn't know what I was doing. It's only when I invested in myself, I started to invest in mentors, in programs, that's how I was able to gather the knowledge and the mentorship I needed to become successful. Because alone, I didn't know enough. And so then, because I knew exactly what I needed to do, it didn't happen overnight, but I started to become disciplined and it was so much easier. Why? Because I no longer felt lost. Now you see, there's a reason why we have a saying that goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. Great things take time. Ideally, sure, if we could click on a button and become multi-millionaires and get a six-pack instantly, sure, that'd be great. We all want the things that we want with as little effort as possible and as much fun as possible. But the way that you achieve big things is by focusing on the small daily steps that you need to take to actually make that big goal of yours come true. To give you an example, 5 years ago, I wanted to wake up at 5 a.m. to be more productive. I wanted to spend all day working on my business because I thought, surely if I work more on it, I'll get more results. But back then, I couldn't do that. That was too difficult for me. Nowadays, that's exactly what I do most days. I'm up at 5 a.m. and I work on my business. But that shift, that transformation, didn't take place overnight. I had my first $1,000 day online at 21, but that's only been possible because I started 10 years earlier when I was only 11. Einstein himself said that the compound effect is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And he wasn't just speaking about the stock market. The compound effect is a phenomenon you can witness in literally everything that you do. If we take the example of making more money, then over time, as you become more skilled, you offer more valuable services or products, you will earn more money. Or if you wanted to get fit, the first few times you try to work out, it's probably going to feel really painful, you'll be out of breath quickly, and you'll feel like giving up. It's gonna be terrible. But then, when it's been 3 years you're working out consistently a few times a week, it won't be as difficult as it first was. So look, you need to make a choice. You can keep watching YouTube videos on how to improve your life, on how to make more money online, but doing that alone will not change your life. Or if you're ready to take action, to become financially free, to build a profitable business, so you can have more free time to do all the things that you want, check out the free resources in the description, or you can directly book a call with me and my team and we'll see if we can help you. That being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together, let's share this message with more people and empower more people across the globe to transform their lives and become financially free.